This is my full motion, high-end sim racing setup. I can't quite believe that this is mine. And in this video, I'm going to give you a tour of this awesome setup, and I'm going to show you all the things that makes this amazing to use. And at the end, we're going to go for a drive, which you really don't want to miss, because we are going to be sending it around Bathurst in the Mercedes F1 car in iRacing. Stay tuned. Let's start with the rig itself. I've got the Lab P1X Pro on here, which is, in my opinion, the best aluminium profile rig you can get. Honestly, they ain't paying me to say that, but the thing is just so smooth. Putting it together was a doddle. And in my opinion of trying a lot of different rigs, the Lab P1X Pro is up there with the best when it comes to fit and finish, adjustability, and quality. The Speed 1 seat by Lab is awesome, very comfortable. Lab also provided an amazing stand for the monitor. Their monitor stand is awesome because there are vase mounts down the back here, which means that you can make small adjustments to the height, the width, that kind of stuff, which makes it really easy for triples. But of course, the keen-eyed among you will notice that I'm not running triples. I'm running a Samsung G9 57-inch ultra-wide. Yes, 50. Not sure what happened there. Anyway, Samsung 57-inch G9 super ultra-wide. This thing is stunning. It's not an OLED, but the panel it provides is beautiful. Obviously, it's not triple, so you do lose out on a bit of field of view, but when it's fairly close, you still get a pretty good view. I have had triples in the past, and they were good, but I actually do prefer this. I love my 49-inch ultra-wides, and this one is better because you get more height, and it's just stunning. It was very expensive, but anyway, enough about that. Now, running a screen like this, that is a lot of pixels. So to be able to power something like this, you need a really powerful computer, which is what I've got down here. This is the computer that powers the whole thing. It's a 4080 Super build, a very new graphics card that came out recently, and it does the job. You can run that thing 4K on iRacing, 4K in Assetto Corsa, even in Flight Simulator, no problem. Haven't seen this thing smoking at all. If you want to see more information about this bad boy, I've done a video covering this build, which you can see on my channel elsewhere. We are running the Simucube 2 Ultimate. This wheelbase is probably one of, if not the most powerful commercially available direct drive wheelbase in the world. It has 32 Newton meters of torque. Now, I previously tried to drive the Fanatec DV1 and the Simucube 2 Pro with full power, and that went about as well as you'd think it would. Just don't switch on me. Oh my God. And yes, I am going to be trying this thing with 100% force feedback because I hate having thumbs. Every good wheelbase needs a good wheel. This is the creme de la creme, guys. Look at this. This is the VPG VPF1 Pro. It is a replica Mercedes F1 wheel of sort, and it is absolutely stunning. It's completely CNC machined with these beautiful rubber molded grips, backlit buttons, rotary codes. It's got a touch screen as well, which is amazing, and it just looks the part. You've got paddle shifters at the back, clutches at the bottom, buttons up the top. You've got your rev strips here, you've got your flag indicators here. It is honestly a joy to use this wheel. Now let's talk about arguably the most important part of a sim racing setup, the pedals. This is the Simucube Active pedal, the only force feedback pedal that you can currently get. It is an awesome addition to the rig. It's got active force feedback, allowing you to feel ABS, the brakes locking up, the motor vibration. It adds such a level of immersion and useful information to the sim racing experience. And if there are specific things you want to know about this pedal, leave a comment down below and I'll try my best to answer your question. For the throttle pedal, I've got the Simucube passive throttle, which is pretty good. It's nice, it's got a lovely feel, and it complements the active pedal really well. Now, obviously I don't have two active pedals, that would be great, but you know what? One at a time. Now, it's time to talk about motion. For the motion system, I'm using the Qubic QS210. This is an awesome system. I did a review on it when it initially came out, and I've been using it every day since. This is a 3 degree of freedom system, meaning that you get pitch, roll, and heave, which adds to the experience massively, especially on a track like Bathurst. So without further ado, that's enough talking. It's time to drive. Let's get into this bad boy and let's send it up the streets of Bathurst. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what this is like to drive. Before we get on the track though, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video so far. It helps massively. Let's go drive. Okay, here we are in Mount Panorama in Australia in the Mercedes W12. A combo that would never happen in real life because it's just simply not safe enough. But this is my favorite way to hot lap and favorite way to test new setups and things. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a practice warming lap around Mount Panorama just to get everything nice and toasty, and then we're going to send it as fast as we can just to demonstrate what this rig is like in action. Right, without further ado, let's get the pit limiter on and let's crawl out of the pits in Mount Panorama. And we're playing iRacing today, which I think is the best kind of sim to use with this thing. I play a multitude of games, not just this. I also play F1 24, Assetto Corsa, and anything you can imagine. Now, as we go down here, you can see the rig rocking side to side with the motion, and we go over that hill just there. You get a good sense of the elevation and the sheer scale of the mountain, as they call it fondly in Australia. As we go past turn 1, clipping ourselves in there, just got to be really gentle on the throttle and the brake, and the active pedal gives you a good idea of what's happening with the car, making it quite easy to drive cars like here around Mount Panorama. And we get all the sensation and the harshness of the surface through the haptic feedback of the motion system, and it's just a joy to use. Now this wheel, you know, when you're actually driving an actual F1 car in iRacing, for example, feels sublime to use. I've mapped all the buttons to be what you'd expect on the real, ooh, almost caught the wall there, on the real thing, so we can change our brake balance on the fly, as you can see there, going up to 57, you know, our engine modes as well, so you can be in quali mode, and then go down to like recharge or just medium or whatever. And yeah, it works just really, really well. Really, really, really well. Oh, as we get ourselves down here. Woo! Man, this is amazing. What a thrill. You've got to try this. If you've not tried this before, do Mount Panorama in the W12. It's just so stupid. Right, let's concentrate now as I let my voiceover take over as we try and do a fast lap. It's me again taking over as narration voice. Look, we are going down the mountain straight towards Griffin's Bend, and I tell you, when you go over that little hump on the way through the mountain straight, you really feel that elevation change with the Qubic QS210. Now, this wheelbase is super powerful. Too powerful for most people, including myself. I used a Simucube 2 Pro for a really long time, and that was enough. But when Simucube asked me if I wanted to have one of these bad boys, of course I said yes. Now, the Simucube active pedal is an absolute game changer. The way this thing changes the way you approach corners is crazy. The most useful feature in this, I think, is ABS, in which it actually gives you a very different feeling of ABS depending on what car you drive. I.e., if you're using the MX-5s in iRacing or using the GT3s, it's a different sensation, which is awesome. Now, as we're going around Forest Elbow and sending it down towards the Comrade Straight, honestly, I can't tell you how amazed and happy I am to have this set up. And it's thanks to you guys for being part of the channel. And if you look through to my earlier videos, you'll see the kind of setup I had way back in the day is very different to the one that we've got now. Now, I've got many ideas of this. Obviously, I'm going to be doing the trying to survive the Simucube Ultimate at full power, which is a bit stupid. We'll be driving an Indy car and we'll make it as realistic as possible. But I'd love to know your ideas. What do you want to see? What do you want to know? What do you want to experience with this rig? Again, massive thank you to you guys. You've made this possible, and that is a lap of Baffin. Woo! What a thrill. Oh man, that is super fun. Super fun. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I've got lots more content coming up with this bad boy. See you later.